Hello everyone, my name is NerdBuilder and I'd like to welcome you back into another episode of MineColonies. I hope you're having a great day so far. So I just wanted to give an update at the beginning of the episode regarding the barracks. So in the last episode, I kind of raised the question for chat, and several of you had responded, or for the comment section I should say, and several of you have responded, and thank you very much for doing so. Because, when I had originally looked up, on the MineColonies wiki, the barracks, it said you could have up to, 20 guards, which is fantastic. But at the time, we could only have 2. So I was trying to figure out, why that was. And, again, it was me. Probably I should have just came and looked at the block here, because, again, it's the same block as every other one. So now we do have 2 per tower. And essentially, we just had to upgrade the tower, so you can, upgrade it from there. I think probably we need a higher level. That's probably why it's not showing up there. But yeah, so we would have to upgrade the tower, and we'd have to upgrade, I think this first before we could, because these are showing up. And I really need to make a rallying banner soon, because we've been having some pretty nasty raids the last couple live streams here. But yeah, so that kind of solves that question here in case anyone was curious. So you do need to upgrade your central, build here. So with the little, the little block right here. And then after that, you also need to build and upgrade the barracks towers over here. So we did upgrade both of them to level 2 during the week on our live streams here. So we're at the maximum amount. We have 4 guards right now here. So looking great. The other major thing that we did this week on our live stream is we started putting up a wall and to help with security. And, we kind of went over in the, during, the live stream with chat. We kind of talked about different strategies here. And, I do know that they can, essentially use ladders to get up. So one of my thoughts was to use, and I guess we'll just come down here, was to essentially use some slabs to help with that. Because again, even if they can pillar up, if they, at that point they should get stuck underneath here. Now I also, someone in my chat pointed out that they could maybe, levitate, essentially drink a potion to levitate. So I don't really have much of an answer yet for that. And, but the purpose of the wall is basically just to slow them up enough and give us some time to get our defenses up and ready to go here. And, while we have the wall, like this right now, we're going to make it actually 3 wide so we can have a nice little area for us to walk. And the whole idea with this too is that we can have us and several archers essentially stand up here and then shoot down at any pirates or any of the sort while we're up here to try to help. That'll hopefully help limit some of the damage. So I'm just going to take a quick run over on the wall here. So we got a lot done, and there's a lot more to do. We're going to be working on this on our upcoming live streams. But yeah, so a lot of twists and turns here, so hopefully it won't fall off. But essentially, because we've had so many raids from this eastern portion, we managed, I figured it's a good idea to get the wall up here. And then also we did it in the west. So yeah, I'll just kind of visit this. That'll take a while. So I'll just kind of cut across here and show what else we did over here. So we cut off part of the water, where the river kind of widens over here. And the reason that we did that is because, again, we do get some raids that come across. But also I wanted to leave a lot of the harbor intact over here. So you can kind of see we have the wall jettisoning across the water here. There's some ice still built up underneath that, it would appear, as we do. I think we're just coming out of winter. But yeah, so we can, we're eventually going to expand the wall over here. And we also have to put the wall on the southern portion of our county, which spans over these giant hills. So, that's going to be a little bit of an obstacle to do, but we'll figure it out. And, we'll have a wall all around our county. But let me just show a little bit on the western side, because we've had some nasty raids come through on the west. and it cleared this area out, and I'll explain why in a little bit. You know, you could probably guess our next build is going to be going there. But I'm thinking about we're going to put another guard tower in this area, because on our most recent live stream, we actually had 3 guards die, all from this tower. And let me see, did I hire someone? No, I didn't. So next up, Reagan, I guess. One got wrecked by an Enderman that she tried to take on an Enderman and lost. And the 2 others died in recent raids. One that we, for some reason, did not get notification of. And the first notice I got of it was when one of our guards died. So that's something. But yeah, so let me just show, because I started it over here, and you can kind of see it here where we have some work to do. This is just kind of the frame, but we have this going all around here, and I'll just show also on the map here that you see the gray outline there. That is our wall. So right now it goes all the way down to here. So we pretty much have this entire area coast to coast fenced in right now. So eventually we'll be looking to expand the walls at some point, cross it over, you know, maybe right at the edge over here, and then have it come out. I also thought about maybe doing with like this line right here, because again, like right now the southernmost part connects into here. So for future builds, we're probably going to look to fill in this area over here, and then also fill in this area here, and then start making our way southward. You know, taking up as much land as we need down here. But we're gonna have to do some terraforming, because again, we do have some mountains. So I'm not sure, because again, like I don't think we're gonna take this whole thing back, because that would be an excessive amount. So we might end up just like you know, taking down on the side here and on the side here, and then maybe having a few things as we can fit them up here on top of the, well, I call it a mountain. Oh, while I'm talking, I didn't even realize that it was nighttime. So yeah, so let me just do that. Hopefully nothing too nasty spawned around here. But yeah, and also we're experiencing a glitch with our hourglass mod. I am going to update the mods list. We do have several new mods, so I do update them on all of the videos. So even ones that have already occurred, so everyone knows what we're currently using there. So just as an update there, but yeah, so that we've been busy. We've been really busy on some of the live streams here, and we're going to keep working on the wall and upping our security, because again, the raids have been getting worse and worse. Where we've been getting double-digit barbarians, and we've been getting double-digit pirates. You know, with multiple 4 spawners on the ship. You know, we've been getting that on a much more frequent basis here. And also, just as another note, because I don't think I showed this on the last video, but I'm starting to put down in our lava farm area, we're going to be putting a bunch of blast furnaces, which we've been using lava buckets to smelt things, which is fantastic, because again, we're not having to burn through coal. We can save them for torches. So eventually we're going to fill up a lot of this wall, at least a good amount of the wall, some more maybe, with some blast furnaces. So we'll have regular furnaces, and then we'll have some blast furnaces and some cookers down here. And we have a lot of lava buckets. You know, you can see here we have, you know, we have almost 4 double chests there, and then I think, no, I don't have a stray one there. So we're pretty full up there with lava, and there's some I have to come back here and get, because it looks like they're actually filling up a lot. It's been a little bit since I emptied them. But yeah, so today, getting into our build for today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a library. And as I pointed out, you know, we cleared out an area over here. So we're going to be putting the library in over there. So the library is going to essentially allow our colonists to train up their skills a little bit. So at a level 1 build, we're going to be able to have 2 colonists who are there to up their skills. So it seems like essentially like they'll take the 2 spots, like they'll have 2 colonists. So probably our 2, when we have our bursts, we'll probably assign them to work over there, or to up their skills a little bit. But we'll have 2 colonists there, you know, learning and upping their skills and whatnot. And it's also noted, you know, on the MineColonies wiki that being a library student is your full job. So you can have them, for example, working as a miner and, you know, doing library studies at night. That is going to be their full-time job. So, you know, citizens will randomly level up their intelligence as long as they're assigned to the library. So it's going to help a lot, especially, you know, with some of we're relying a lot on bursts. So that's going to help, because again, like you get a variety of traits, you know, some good, some not so good, or skill levels, I should say, with our new bursts. So this will help a lot with that. So essentially, to build the library block, And I'm going to have to try to find one. I'm pretty sure we have, I think we should have a book somewhere we do. Here we go. So we got a lot of random stuff from the terraforming that we've been doing. But yeah, so let's run over, well, actually our crafting table is right here. So essentially to make, and you know what? I just realized I had taken the build tool out of my inventory because I was doing a little bit of AFK at our iron farm. Here, where did I put that thing? Hopefully I didn't lose it. I was still going through organizing things here. I started working on expanding out our storage area a little bit more. And because I had placed it somewhere, but I'm not... Oh, here it is. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I had dropped it off. Actually, let me just really quickly... let me just throw some of that stuff in there. And we could see a new child was just born. And that's to be expected because we've had some, like I said, with the guards, we've had some turnover recently. So essentially to get this going, and I guess the other thing, I think we're going to have to break down some oak logs here and some oak planks. But what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to surround it with oak planks or any plank of your choosing. And we're going to put a book there and our build tool at the top. And you can see we get the little library block here. And looks pretty nifty. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty similar to the lectern that's in the town hall here. So let me move the build tool down into here. And I'm hoping it's going to fit. It should fit in this area, but I'm also going to have to try to line it up as well. So let me just put this down, use build tool, of course. And I think we're going to go with a stone looking design just to keep it consistent. And again, sorry, I should have given a warning about a flash warning. So if you are sensitive to flashes, unfortunately, it's just with the way that the shaders and that are, you know, now is a good time to either fast forward or look away until we finish placing it. So I'll just give that warning right now if you are sensitive to flashes. So let me just see. I think we have to come here. Because again, eventually I want to put a street in here, so I'm trying to keep things fairly consistent with where we place them. So what we'll do is when we just dig that out. So, okay. So not too big, so it'll fit in. Let's look at level 5 here. Okay, so it does get very massive at level 5. And let's see the... Okay, so this is the front here. Excellent. Okay, so now it's just a matter of we just need to line it up, but we shouldn't have any trouble. And I think, do we have it lined up? I think we do. Great. Okay. So not too big at level 1, but level 5, obviously this thing becomes massive. And okay, so it goes back a little bit more. Oh, perfect. So I actually carved out way more than we actually need. I wasn't sure how much we were going to need back here, but again, that's something we would have to do eventually, you know, to give a little bit of space behind. So I'm not sure how far back ultimately we're going to take this, but you know, it's a good resource. It's good to get a lot of resources. We get a lot of cobblestone from it. So okay, this is at level 1, and this should be about equal here. And that now the only other determination is I think we need to move it actually over a little bit more because I want it to line up with the edge here. Yeah, so we'll go just about here. So that leaves some more space because, you know, for our next episode, we're going to be looking to probably put in a school, so we could put it in right here. And yeah, so we're still good. Let me just make sure that we're perfectly lined up here, which it appears that we are. Yes, okay, great. Excellent. So we'll put this in. So let me place this down here. So it's actually not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than that, but let's take a look here. So level 1. And let's see here. What do we need for our build? So we need some cobblestone wall. Of course, we're going to need some bookshelves. So I think we're going to have to, I'm going to have to go look. I know I have some books somewhere, but I'll probably have to harvest some sugar cane and make a lot more. So we need 28. We need 2 oak doors, 16 glass panes. Okay, a lot of torches, but yeah, okay. So nothing too much here. So again, a good amount of resources. The biggest obstacle is going to be the bookshelf. I'll probably have to do a little bit of grinding because we're a little low on leather. Because again, we've needed to make leather for armor and that. So we've always been running a little bit low on it. So I think what we're going to do here is, as always, we're going to cut out, and I'm going to start the build. I'm going to have Maddox get started. He's going to have the cobblestone, at least in the oak doors. I think he's going to have the glass panes, gravel, the oak logs, the cobblestone stairs, the cobblestone slab. So he's going to have most of this stuff in the wall. I think pretty much what we're going to have to get him are the bookshelves and the torches, because I know he's running kind of low on those. So let's get started here. We'll get him started building our library, and what we'll do is we'll cut out, and I'll gather the resources that we need, and then from there we'll cut back in after the build is complete, and we'll take a look around. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back, and we have a level 1 library here. So it took a little bit of time because I had to really gather a lot of leather, and we've gone into summer. And let me just quickly take my armor off, because it gets quite hot up in this area up here. So yeah, this is a level 1 library here. So pretty basic, a stone one. Here, as I was saying, the biggest obstacle was getting enough bookshelves, because, I had to run around and grab a ton of leather, and there's Naomi, to, make a bunch of books in that. So I pretty much depleted my own cow farm over here. And luckily, from our cow hands hut, we have some leather in the warehouse that I was able to get a hold of. And we actually have a bunch. I must have put it over here. We still have some left because, we go through armor pretty quick, because until we can get the guards using iron armor, I've been using leather. So I'm gonna have to stay on top of making sure that we're breeding the cows and that we're getting enough leather and that as well. And our cow herd is definitely helping out with that. But yeah, let's take a look on the inside here. So pretty basic. We're gonna need a lot of books to upgrade to level 2, because again, it's asking for about 36 more bookshelves, which I had a few extra. I think I ended up with about maybe 4 or 5 extra. So we'd still have to run around and gather a lot more. So at this point, it would take a long time. So it'll be something that we're just going to have to keep breeding cows and getting more leather. And then, I'll probably end up upgrading this build during one of our upcoming live streams when we have enough leather and we're able to do so. But it's not too difficult to upgrade. It doesn't appear. The biggest one would just be, getting enough leather and paper, because we're also going through our sugarcane supply pretty quickly, because I do have a bunch in my inventory right now, but I went through about half my sugarcane to make enough paper. So, and also on this block here, so we would be able to assign a worker. Right now, we don't have someone to assign, because one of our only unemployed colonist is a child right now. So, until the child grows up, we can't really assign anyone into here. So this doesn't have a permanent worker. This is someone that this build is used to essentially train workers for, other areas. So this is basically like there won't be a permanent worker in here. So, but yeah, it's looking great. I think this is going to be good, because, while we're waiting for another build and we have a younger colonist that's growing up, and then when they grow up and they're in the process of waiting for a job, we can have them come here and start to up their skills a little bit more. So I think this is going to be massively beneficial. And we should be able to have 2 students with a level 1 library. But again, we will look to get this upgraded. I wouldn't anticipate that, we're going to have a backlog, just because, again, right now we'd have to build extra housing, which I definitely want to do coming up. And I notice I'm getting very, very hot. It does get very hot up here. So let me run down here to cool off. The other thing, so that's the library build. Like I said, we'll be looking to upgrade it, and we're going to make use of it. So when we get a student assigned in there, I will circle back. So probably maybe in the next episode or 2, we'll circle back on it. The other thing that I was doing while I was waiting for Maddox to finish up the build was I finally built a rallying banner. So Maddox had, I'm sorry, Maddox. I'm thinking of our builder. Someone in our chat had mentioned that instead of us having to run around and essentially get all of the guards to follow us, switch it, because I have them set to patrol, but I have them following me when we have a raid. And that, but someone mentioned that we could build or craft a rallying banner, which I did. So it pretty much involves just, we need some we need a yellow banner, which, you'll have to get some dandelions and make some yellow dye, yellow wool, and that. But on top of that, you need 3 iron swords, and then you need 2 like guard tower blocks. And yeah, so a little bit expensive to craft, but so far it's paying dividends. And let me run and sleep. But I was in the process of just starting when Maddox had finished up our build. But I'll kind of show how we can go around and assign. So I already took care of this tower and this tower. I'm gonna add all of our guards onto the rallying list, so that way we can ensure that we have, during a raid, instead of me having to run around, now we can just rally the guards essentially and have them come follow me. So let's run back down quickly. You're going to see still I have to on the hourglass mod that we have installed, I have to make a change, or I have to change because for some reason we're having like 2 days in one. Someone just got massively wrecked over there, apparently. Alright, so let me run over here. So we'll see if we can add the barracks, because I know you can add the guard towers. Let's see, we might have to add... Might just have to go into the barracks buildings here, but I'll show what we have to do here to add it in, and we'll quickly add these in. So we'll sneak up here, and we will right-click, and you can see added this certain one to the rallying list. And we'll do the same thing with our other one over here. Might have to do some maintenance on these buildings soon. But you can see, it's adding to our list here. So one more tower to go, and all of our guard towers will then be added onto this list, and we should hopefully be able to rally all of our guards in the event of a raid. So maybe we'll click the rally button just to see what happens right now with it. I'm not sure if anything will happen because a raid hasn't started yet, but we'll see if they all come over to us. So this is the last one right here. Excellent. So let's stay in here and let's rally the guards. Okay, you have rallied your guards. 4 guards are answering your call. Excellent. So let's see, here they all come running right now. Excellent. Okay, this is exactly what I was hoping for. So they're all coming to our specific position, and I can see at the banner, so it must be activated right now because here they all come. This is going to save a lot of time, and that way we can just kind of scout out and find out where the raiders are, and that way we're not having them focus. And man, they're hauling butt to get over here. All right, and we can... All right, they're all here. Dismiss. You have dismissed your army. Your guards will return to regular duty. Excellent. So we don't have to go around and make changes to, the patrol, because essentially, like I said, what I was doing for the longest time was I was coming over here, going under settings, and changing patrol to follow and having them follow us, which it was a massive pain to have to do that. So, yeah. So that's something, I definitely recommend doing. Getting a banner. I'm very happy, I finally got around to doing it. And we finally have a library here, which is great. The other thing I would note, and I believe someone had mentioned that the library will go through a bunch of paper. So we do have a bit of a sugarcane farm, which I'm just going to head over there. So we'll have to see when someone gets assigned if they start requesting paper. But like I said, like I've been I should be staying up to date on my sugarcane farming. So let me just head on over here. But I'll just kind of show, because I don't think I've showed it really on the episodes too much, because we haven't really come over in this area, because we haven't really built a lot over here. But this is the sugarcane farm we have. It's a manual farm. Very soon, and especially now that I think we're going to have a bigger demand for paper, I think that, I might try to automate this. I know you can build a plantation and essentially have someone do the sugarcane on your behalf, which we will look to do that, because that would be tremendous. But right now, there's that build is probably a little bit away, because again, I want to get the school in, next for, research purposes. But yeah, so I have not a lot, and I can actually dump this off. They clear up some space in my inventory, but I had about 2 rows, so we burned through a lot of sugarcane. I'm gonna have to stay on top of this, and we might even have to look to build an auto farm coming up sometime soon as well. Now, the other thing I just want to do really quickly before we end the episode here is I just want to check the research now that we have a library, because we might have to have it upgraded to level 2 before we can start some of the research, because some of the more advanced research in the tier 2 required a library. And yeah, we gotta do some maintenance on some of our buildings here. It looks like the doors in various raids have been busted in here. But yeah, let's go into research, and I think was it under combat? Nope, that was the barracks level. Okay, so we're just kind of stuck with that, because right now I haven't been doing a lot of research just because maybe it would be more under like technology or maybe under civilian. There we go. So yeah, here's some of the ones that are unlocked here. So yeah, requires couriers level 3, but the library, and I'm pretty sure there were others somewhere. Restaurant, a school. Okay. But yeah, so I want to be able to do more research soon. So, you know, I know that the library is like required for some of them, which is why I wanted to get that down, because we've been kind of stagnant on research. So I definitely want to get the research going again. You know, we need a school, and it would appear for some of it as well. And we'll have to maybe, look to start upgrading to level 3. I'm hoping to do so very soon. I want to get, because right now all of our buildings, with the exception of our new library here, are at level 2. So everything is at level 2, but we can't really move up until we get our builder's hut up to level 3. So it definitely adds another obstacle. So I definitely want to get that done. I've seen some people in the comments talk about, it's time to build the second builder. And I do agree that we do need a second builder, which we're going to be looking to do sometime soon as well. I want to get our original builder up to level 3 so that we could start upgrading a lot of these buildings. And then, we'll probably have Maddox then focus on doing, a lot of the upgrading, and we can have a new builder focused just on building like the level 1 buildings that we're looking to do. So that way it's kind of dividing up the work a little bit. But yeah, so I definitely want to get that up to level 3. So we're going to look to do that sometime soon. There are so many little projects that I want to do, but we're getting there. And like I said, so this is the library there. We'll check back in on it when we have some people that we have a grown up that's not employed that we can, have here to help work on skills and that. So we'll circle back in that in a future episode. And next week, we'll be looking to do the school, which we'll do right over in this area. So that way we can get our youngest colonist to work. And during the live streams this week, we're going to do a little bit more work on the wall. And I think we might potentially build another house over here, and we might build another guard tower in that vicinity over there. So, because again, we've been getting attacked a lot more on the western front. So I definitely want to start upgrading our defenses. And, while we'll do like a archery academy eventually, for right now, I might just put another guard tower over there, and then we'll put the archery academy over there when we're getting around to building it. So, but yeah, I think we're going to leave it here for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, our first look here at the library build and some of the other updates that I gave about the colony. On the way out, if you did enjoy the video, please consider dropping a like down below. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm so more people can find the channel. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does help the channel out a lot. And we also have a Discord, which the invitation link to the Discord can be found in the my channel bio. There, it's open to everyone, so head on over there. You can make some recommendations for future builds, and you're able to ask some questions and answers. And we have a few different chat channels for various other topics. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. My name has been Nerd Builder, and we'll see you soon.